Hello and welcome back. It is once again me, your friendly deputy with Movie Deputy Podcasts, bringing to you the latest and greatest movie interrogations as I delve deep into their plot and content and try to bring you the information that I think would be helpful to you. I, for one, got tired of the movie reviews out there that sit there and tell you everything that's good about a movie, or they didn't give you enough information and they just kind of left going, huh? So I want these to be the kind of thing of like, if I'm sitting here talking to my best friend and trying to describe the movie to them, that's how I want to talk to you about these movies. I want to talk to you as if you're my best friend. Describe what I see in these, and hopefully it'll be of some help to you. That's at least my fingers crossed. The movie we're going to actually be talking about today is The Haunted Mansion by Disney that came out in 2003. Now, I have to admit, until recently, I had not seen this movie, and that's really sad to say, but it's like, it just never really, it's like, I love movies, and I love all the different appeal that movies have, but this one just never really seemed, it's like, okay, it's a Disney haunted house. Okay, what's the big deal with that? And so, like I said, I just never really got around to watching it. And so when I sat down to watch this the other day, I was honestly kind of surprised that, it's not like a home run. It's not like a great movie that everybody has to go out and see. But I do know at least one person that this is their favorite movie. And I'm just kind of now wondering kind of why. And I guess I'll probably have to talk to him and ask him. It's like, okay, I know you say this is your favorite movie, but I'm just kind of curious as to the reason why. Who knows? Maybe it'll open my eyes a little bit more on that. I do want to kind of jump in with this. As with some of my older movies, I've read the review that I've had up on moviedeputy.com. This is it. It's like there was no previous review on moviedeputy.com of this movie. So here it is for you to enjoy it in all of its glory, or lack thereof. Who knows? It depends on what you think of it. But in The Haunted Mansion, it's a husband and wife realtor team, and they do a lot of the stuff together, and he is going out and he's chasing the properties to list, and he's getting the properties sold. They're both doing a lot of this, but he's doing so at the cost of his family. He's missing out on every major, minor and major activity going on with his family, and even his wedding anniversary gets kind of lost to the wayside because he's just so determined to give the kids everything he didn't have. And at one point the kids are like, I didn't realize you had a bad childhood. And he's like, I didn't, but I just want to give you guys everything I didn't have. It was almost a sad moment in the movie when that happens, because it's not that he's struggling to try to make up for the childhood that he had. He's determined to give them anything and everything, and that's even at the cost of their relationship. So it's like that just kind of tugs at a little bit of everything. But so finally the wife kind of gets on him. It's like, okay, you need to prioritize us. It's like, if you want to make this family work. And so they make a plan to go out and go camping all together. The mom, the dad, and the two kids. Well, on their way, he gets a call to go check out Gracey Manor. It's this big $1 million mansion that's just out in the middle of nowhere, and it's grand, and he's like, okay, I can't pass this up. We've just got to go do it. It's going to take 20 minutes. Well, this movie, it totally emphasizes the whole thing, and this applies to real life too, but nothing ever just takes 20 minutes. It's like, we could try our best. It's like, oh, it's just going to take 20 minutes. No matter how much we try, it's never just 20 minutes. On pretty much just about anything. There's a few exceptions, but in general. But so they get to the house and they're greeted by Ramsley. He's like one of the staff in the home. What they don't realize though is that Ramsley is a ghost, and they don't realize that quite yet. And don't worry, this is no spoilers or anything, but Gracey Manor, they get to meet Edward Gracey. Edward has been stuck here for centuries, waiting and trying to find Elizabeth, and because he's convinced that Elizabeth killed herself because their love couldn't be together. And I'm not going to go into too many details on that, because that's kind of, if I keep going on that would be some spoilers, but just touching on that's kind of still in the same safe category there. You've got the Evers family. You've got Jim and Sara and their kids. And so Jim and Sara are both trying to search the mansion, trying to help find Elizabeth for Edward. And you're like, okay, what all is going on? And there's just a lot of weird things going on at this mansion and stuff that just doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense until the family starts to realize that they're dealing with ghosts here. Well, there's one kind of thing going on, though, is with this family coming back into the house, they inadvertently brought Elizabeth back into the house. Now, you'll have to watch the movie to completely understand that statement, because if I can't tell you too many details on that or I give it away. But ultimately, this whole challenge that they go through, this honestly trying to fight for their own survival as well, brings this whole family much closer together. Ultimately, in the end, yes, they do get the house. I mean, don't worry, that's not a spoiler. The only true failure is when you stop trying. This whole movie, everybody's trying to do their own thing, and it's not until they work together that they're successful at what they're doing. And again, I can't give too much of that away, or it will completely spoil it if you have not watched this already. I wouldn't say there's anything overly spooky in this one. I'm struggling what to give it on, like, guilty, innocent rating on that. I think I probably would go guilty on this one just because of some of the scenes in there just might be a little bit much for the youngest of audiences. Score-wise, I actually did give this one a 5.25 out of 10, so not great. I mean, there was just a lot of parts in the movie that you just wanted more, and it didn't deliver. With having Eddie Murphy in it, I was hoping that there'd be a little bit more humor to a story like this. There's maybe one small, like, type chuckle movie in the whole movie, but that's pretty much about it. The meaning behind the whole thing, if you could sit through the whole thing and not get distracted, the meaning that kind of comes through at the end, it means something. But like I said, you kind of got to sit through it to get there. Why? I mean, now knowing that they made a new one 20 years later, I was kind of wondering why until I saw it. And then I'm going to be excited to explain that a little bit more to you tomorrow. I know I'm kind of leaving you a little bit of a cliffhanger. If you do watch this one on Disney Plus or however you choose to watch this, at least on the digital copy, there's a bonus scene after the credits. I don't know if that's the same for DVD or back in the day VHS copies, if there's any of those still around. But yeah, like I said, there is a bonus scene after the credits. They did say at also the end of the credits that you've seen the movie. Now ride the ride. Now, I don't even know if this ride even still exists at Disneyland or at Walt Disney World, so may have to do a little bit of research on that one too, but I wanted to share that with you. But ultimately, I hope, if you haven't seen this before, that this might help you, and if you have, I'm always interested to know what you think of the reviews. If you like what I've been talking about here today and what I continue to keep talking about, please like, subscribe, and share, as I want to keep bringing these awesome reviews to you and sharing as if I'm sitting there like literally talking to my best friend about this. And so I always welcome feedback, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow about the new Haunted Mansion. Stay tuned. Bye.